Hello, I'm Rick Stivers with YoungMartin'sReels, and tonight we're here to talk about these two Shakespeare Tiger reels. Now, I don't want to get in this whole world of Tiger reels, but I did one last night, and I decided to take a look at these two today, and come to find out there's a world of difference between Tiger reels. The one that I did last night, I don't know what the model number was. I did it for Mario. It's an early model. It did not have this pointed back end, but this reel internally is very much the same. This reel is entirely different, completely different drag system and everything else. So I'm not going to completely service these. You can go look at the other Tiger reel service video, and but I may end up doing one specifically on this one day, but I don't really think that's needed. Let's take a look real quick though. Let's pop this cover off. Okay. And we're going to hold on to the handle and unscrew the rotor. All right. With that off, we're going to remove this. Remember that on the other Tiger reel, if you've watched that video, you'll see that there's a cap on here. And it's kind of difficult to get off on this one. On the other one, it just came right off. On this one, it's a little more difficult. So the easiest way to do it is go ahead and pop the clip like so. With the clip popped off, then you can lift out on the rotor and pop that piece off and give you a grip on it. Okay, we're going to set that over to the side and take the rotor off. Now, if you look, this drag system is like the drag system that was on the one we did last night. And we didn't take that one apart, but we are going to take this one apart because you need to know how to do it. And this is a very nice drag system. It's got two eared washers, and I believe it's going to have two keyed washers, much like a spinning reel does. So it's a very nice drag system. So what we're going to do, we're going to unscrew this end cap off the end right here. Okay. And then we're going to lay this out. Well, tell you what we'll do. We'll pull the whole stack off, and then we're going to lay it out the way it goes. Okay. Here's the stack. Okay, the first one on here is this keyed washer right here. Okay, and let's see if we can focus on that better. There we go. We got this keyed washer here. Then we've got a drag washer. Then we have an eared washer, and these ears are facing down towards the back of the reel. All right, after that, there should be another drag washer, which in this case, it's not here. Interesting. All right, they've got a metal to metal drag on there. All right, then on top of that, now they have a regular drag. There's a drag washer. And then another eared washer, and then another drag washer. And then we have this ring and a keyed washer and another one. So the ring is going to go on the outside to hold all those in line. Okay, but I believe in all truth and reality that there is a drag washer missing out of this stack. It should be keyed washer, drag washer, eared washer, drag washer, keyed washer, drag washer, eared washer, drag washer, and then, so somebody's been in here before, and I'm going to see if I can find a drag washer for this setup real quick. Okay, I was able to find this drag washer, which I believe will fit in here nicely. And let's see if we can reassemble this. Okay, the first one goes in is going to be this metal ring, and it slides down over this housing here. Next goes this tension washer, and I truly believe that the tension washer should be installed like this with the cup side facing towards the keyed washer so that it can apply equal pressure all the way around the outside edge of it. Okay, with that in place goes a felt washer, which I don't believe that's the right one. I think these should be Teflon washers all the way through. Next going in is going to be this eared washer. It's got the metal tabs. Remember, the tabs go facing downward. Next is going to go another Teflon washer. Next will go another keyed washer. Then goes another Teflon washer. Then goes the last eared washer, followed up by another Teflon washer, followed up by a keyed washer. With all those in place now, this part should screw back on. Okay, now when you tighten this down a little bit, here's what you're going to want to do. You've got to match up your eared washers, like so. All right, you got your eared washers matched up. Then you can put your spool back on. Those eared washers have got to go into the slots on the spool. That's why I say this is very, very similar to the drag system that's on many let's see, I'm going to go positive and tighten that down a little bit. Okay, that screws it down. That way, when we put this clip back on, we're not fighting to get it on. Okay. There we go. Then we can put this piece back on. And we're not going to put this all back together yet because we want to come back here and take a look at the back side of this and see how it goes. Let's see what it would take. All right. So the way the back side of this works is you would take, this is completely different from the Tiger reel I did last night. You unscrew the screw here for the handle, remove the handle, and now this entire assembly comes out, giving you access to the backside. From here, all of this is just like the one that you saw last night, except you've got a clicker cog right here, okay, for your bait clicker. Now let's go ahead, slip this back together, because we're not going to service it. We did all that kind of servicing was done on the other one. Put your handle back on, like so. Put your screw back in. There it goes. Now we'll put the little plastic cap back on. Remember to line up the little pins on the sleeve. They have to go into these little slots right here. Like so. And go ahead. Tighten the rotor back down. Make sure that it functions. Now we can tighten down the drag. There we go. We have our anti-reverse here. Okay. And we have our clicker bait alert here. And turn the bait alert on. There you go. Now, this is an entirely different animal. It looks just like that one. All right. It's got the anti-reverse in the same place, your bait alert. It has all of that, just like the other one. However, let's take it apart. And what you'll find is, first off, let's take the rotor off. Now we take the rotor off, notice that we're missing that plastic cap, that little piece that was on the top of this. This is much wider. Okay, so now let's pop the clip off and let's take a look at what we've got under the rotor. Entirely different animal. What we have here is a large plate with a very small plastic drag washer here. Okay, we have this large plate. We have this plate. These two are designed to rub against each other. And that's going to be controlled by this white plastic plate right here, which is then controlled by this metal plate. This metal plate, as you tighten the drag, which actually ends up being the opposite direction of the drag that's on the other one. I don't know if you can see it very well, but if you notice right here, this plate is moving out. This metal plate right here is moving out as you go more and more towards the positive direction. As you go back towards the negative direction, it starts moving back in. Except I went too far, it looks like. Now I've got it jammed. Let's see what I did wrong. Okay, let's move the metal plate out. Interesting. I've got it jammed up. There we go. Okay, as you turn this wheel, it moves this metal plate in and out. Okay, that's going to push against this metal plate for the drag. Let's see if we can get it set back in there. Here we go. All right. That's going to push on this metal plate, moving it out. That metal plate pushes against these two Teflon plates right here. Let's go in here. I do not want to stay together, even though they're identical. There. All right, those press against this metal plate, and that metal plate presses against this metal plate. That is your drag. That forces the drag up against this wheel with this little Teflon plate in here. You just turn this over, slip it back in here, and those pins should align like so. And there it is. That is your drag system on this. As you tighten this down, it moves that plate in and out, tightening the drag. Let's go ahead and move it as far minimum drag as we can. Okay, like so. And that should allow us to easily put the clip back on. Like so. All right. Now I'm pretty sure all right, now I'm pretty sure that this rotor is damaged. And the reason I say that is because we only have one set of pins in it. The other set of pins is not here. Now, either it only came with one, as they cheapened it, or the original one was broken out here. But if you look, it looks like it's never been there. So I'm thinking this one here was designed and built very cheaply with only one pin, even though they used the original housing to be able to go with two. Now, if you look, this one has the same problem as the one last night. It has the notch cut in it right here from the line, and it has a notch cut in the pin right here. All right. So, as we showed last night, that can be repaired, but I'm not going to do that in this video. If you want to see how to do that, you can go look in the other video. Now, let's go ahead, take the back side of this off and make sure the back side is the same as the pink one was. All right, with the handle removed, you should be able to slide this out of the case, like so. And look again, yes, everything on this side is exactly like the back side of that one was. And if you're wanting to service one of these, all you've got to do is take that handle out, pull the back side of this off, and just clean this up. Spray it down with some WD-40, clean it out with a cotton swab without taking it all apart, and then just re-greasing all these parts, and you're good to go for the most part. It wouldn't hurt to put a drop or two of oil down inside here. Eventually, though, you will need to completely disassemble this in order to get to that bearing in the middle. Eventually, that bearing is going to need some servicing. But for most part, for a normal annual cleaning, you won't need to do that. All you've got to do is pull this back cover off, scrub this down a little bit, and put some new grease on the gears, and you're back to going again. If you wish to see how to take all the rest of this apart, just go watch the other Tiger video. It's all in there. So let's slap this back together. And on the title page will be the exact model numbers of these two reels, so that you know what we're talking about specifically. All right, now ask me which drag system I prefer. Absolutely this one. Okay, there's a lot of surface area on that drag system. It's very much like a spinning reel drag system, and I definitely prefer it over this one. But anyway, this one is a model Tiger20C, and this one is a TSC20A. I believe they're both made in China. Yeah, they're both made in China reels, and both for Shakespeare. And if you like what you saw on this video, hey, please hit the like button. If you didn't like it, I understand. It's time to move on from the Tiger reels and go do something else. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. If you would like to see further videos like this and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to get further notifications for when I post new ones, please hit the notification button. And for now, that's Rick Stivers with Young Martin's Reels, signing out.